we're already live.
Yes, we are.
Oh,
We're so quick.
Wow.
I had the camera around the right way this time as well. And there's the camera this time.
Okay.
So, another conversation with Wendy, another random afternoon conversation. I wanted to have another little chat, some words of wisdom with Wendy, because I was pondering this place that I think we all find ourselves in life, which is when we think we don't have any other options. And I think especially when there are certain times when we feel like everything's beyond our control, we're not in control of the situation, something's happened that we just cannot change, that we know. And I mean, COVID, I mean, look at how the way that we interact with the world's changed and everything. And as an individual, you can feel like, well, you're trapped, or you're, you know, stuck between a rock and a hard place, or there really is this place of like, well, okay, my life now has to function within these certain parameters. And so we feel like there is this distinct lack of possibilities.
Yeah, and I think that's and even if, and that's where I think the magic of just asking a question, you know, just even if you don't even have to know it, or even just that simple question of like, really, when you're in that funky space, or you just feel like you have no control, what if you just even practice, like, really, what else is possible? Like, what if it was just as simple as that? Even if you don't have to like get into it, you don't have to know what it is or anything, but just be willing to speak those words of what else is possible here today.
Yeah.
And just even if everyone just takes that with them, because then there's so much magic in those words.
Okay, but I need to backtrack you a little bit, because this is the thing that, I mean, you can say, okay, well, because we've spent our whole lives dealing with like these like feelings of inevitable or blah, 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 can't change this. And then someone comes along and goes, well, just ask this question, what else is possible? And you're like, yeah, right. But I really, but I'm like, but yes. And this is what I realized, is that having tried so many things, and I'm sure I'm not the only one here, having tried so many things and thinking, like, do I really have to settle for this, or do I have some power in this situation, or is everything bigger than me? Do I really have another option? And actually really asking a question has been the only time that it actually works to change something. And particularly in those times where I go, I don't believe that this can change. I don't think well, what the hell? What's the worst that could happen if I just went, okay, I don't think this is going to change. I think this is totally up. Okay, what else is possible? Yeah. And then you just let it be there. And we were talking about it. It's like, it's like opening a door and you don't know what's there, if anything's there. But if you open the door, new things can come in. Yeah,
and that's the magic, I think, of just, it's because our lives are so complicated, and we've bought into, like, we've got to figure stuff out. There's you know, we've got to get things right. We've got to have our plans. We've got to have A equals B. Well, it doesn't.
It never does, though, does it?
No.
If I do A plus B, it's going to equal C, but then it doesn't.
It doesn't.
No.
And so it's really getting us to see that there is a simplicity that's available, and the simplicity, I suppose, is just starting with that one simple thing of like asking the question, what else is possible here today? Like, if you're having a crappy day, or you're having a great day, or you're having whatever it is, it's just like, just have a play with that. And that the more and more I do this work, the more and more I see just how simple everything is, and using that energy of like,
that's so true.
Really, truly, and really and truly just, you know, and Milo's running around.
He's getting all excited. He's like, Wendy, you're on it. You're on it.
You're on it, girl.
You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and so it is, and it is a reprogramming. It is a re-educating yourself, truly. But what I'm just saying, and what I'm asking everyone who's listening, is you can't lose anyway if you just have a play with it. And I mean, even if you think this is a whole lot of shit or whatever, you can still wake up in the morning and go, well, I wonder what else is possible today that I just what else is possible now? What else is possible? And just do it through the day and
see.
And just see.
Because it's like worst case scenario, what you think's going to happen is what's going to happen, and best case scenario is something else can happen, but you have to open that door.
Yeah, you have to open.
And that's the gift of asking a question, and you don't always realize at the time when you ask the question what door you're opening or what you're opening to, but just that you do it.
Yeah.
It's like you can receive more possibilities, and that may sound really airy-fairy, but when you think about it, well, don't think about it. When you actually do start asking, instead of going to like, okay, this can't change, and it's like, okay, what if it could? What else is possible? And then get on with life. It's amazing, and I'm glad for all the times I've asked those questions, and I realised, wow, it's because I asked that question maybe 5 years ago that today I have different things in my life that I wouldn't have known existed if I hadn't.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean the same. Like, it's just you go through your day and you don't, you can't foresee in a sense that your future, but you just keep walking, you just keep moving, you keep being the question, and it unfolds. You're opening more doors. More doors are being opened, and that's the beauty of the question.
Yep.
So
it's easy to open the door. It's not hard. It's not rocket science.
So there you go.
What else is possible? If there's something you feel really stuck on, or you think you can't change, or you think you don't have any power or potency in the situation, maybe just ask, okay, I'll give this a go.
Yep.
What else is possible? And see what shows up. And let us know if anything changes in the comments.
Until next time.
Thanks, Wendy, so much.
You're so welcome.
All right, see you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.